We're heading in to see Suicide Squad.
A freaking Harley Quinn.
Yep, she did. And we are excited to see this, and we will hopefully enjoy this and let you know how it is afterwards.
It's gonna be awesome.
Ooh, wow, that was a great movie. There's no two ways about it. It's awesome. It's a great movie. It definitely kept me entertained all the way through. There was no letting down of anything. It was a great pace throughout the whole thing. Nothing was dragged out. It was great. Do I think it was a little bit overhyped? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And maybe that's my own fault. Maybe I got my expectations up just a little too high. The movie is really good, and it delivers. It's kind of like it gives you what you didn't know you wanted. That kind of thing. And it was not at all what I expected, but exactly what I expected. This is truly a comic book come to life. That's what it is. The zaniness of what a comic book storyline can be, especially if you go back to like the 80s, 70s kind of comics and just these bizarre kind of storylines. That's what this is. It's like a 70s grindhouse movie, and it works perfectly. It's great. Now, I do want to say, is there wokeness in this movie? Because on this channel, that's definitely one thing I like to cover, is wokeness, SJW-ness, getting into popular media. And I will say this. Is it slap you over the head woke? Absolutely not. Is it like feeding fish a little bit of woke? Just a little bit. But I also go into things with the mindset of looking for that. So and here's what I think. I think if you go in and you're not looking for that, and you're just going in to just have fun, watch a movie, you'll be satisfied. You'll be satisfied. And you probably won't even notice it. And I think if you are going in to look for something like that, then I think you'll notice it, but you'll be like, whatever. It is not bad in any way, shape, or form. Getting into kind of the meat of the movie, it's great. It's fun to watch. And all the characters work so well together. And James Gunn obviously has a knack for that because, he done Guardians of the Galaxy, band of misfit characters coming together, Suicide Squad, band of misfit characters coming together. It's his wheelhouse. Like, you knew it was gonna be good. All right, you knew he could do it. And one more thing I want to add is this doesn't forget at all about the original 2016 Suicide Squad, which I'm really grateful for, because I gotta admit, I have a soft spot for that movie. I like that movie. I think it was a good movie. I still watch it every now and then. It doesn't forget at all. And what's good about that is because I think James Gunn knows everybody else saw it, so I can just move the story along. I don't have to go into the detail of, building the background of what the Suicide Squad is and implanting the bombs in their heads. He does, but it's like a minute sequence, and then boom, off to the mission. And I appreciate that. I like that. So let's get into some of the characters. We have Bloodsport and Peacemaker, which they kind of have this dueling feud between them. And I gotta say, it works. And I started cracking up because there's a scene where they're dueling, and it's almost like who can get the best kill between the two of them. And it's really funny because it's just all sorts of just crazy ways in which they're doing it. And you just can't help but laugh. And I gotta say, John Cena, he's upped his acting game. Good job. And Idris Elba, obviously, he does a good job. He's a good actor. You could throw him in a Taco Bell commercial, and he'd do just fine. Moving on to Rick Flag, returning member from the original Suicide Squad, which I really like. And I really think he is kind of what ties us back to that original movie, because he was such a prominent character then, and he's a prominent character now. And it's kind of like that. He brings it together. He does a really good job. I think he has a more of a, so to speak, a redemption arc in this one. I think his character is utilized a lot better than it was in the first film. So I like Rick Flag, and Joel Kinnaman, I think is his name. He does just a fantastic job being him. The next one is King Shark, and I love King Shark. This is James Gunn, did Guardians of the Galaxy. There's Groot. Does Suicide Squad. There's King Shark. They're one and the same almost. But King Shark is very obvious. He's lovable. He's a big great white shark on land. Who doesn't like that? And he eats people. It's fun to watch. But he really builds a bond with Ratcatcher 2, who Ratcatcher 2 is kind of like the conscious of the movie. And she befriends King Shark. I can't remember his name. What they call him, and they don't call him King Shark. They call him like Nonoe or something along those lines. But he says he doesn't have any friends, and so she's like, you know what? I'll be your friend. We'll be your friends. And so she's a really cute character, and like I said, she's kind of like the conscious of the movie, which is really fun. And then you have Polka Dot Man, which, come on. That is literally reaching into the annexes of the DC vault and just feeling back there and grabbing something right next to Calendar Man. You got Polka Dot Man. And that's what's so cool about that is you can literally do anything you want with such a random character. Nobody's going to be coming out and saying, you didn't get Polka Dot Man right. Like, you have complete freedom. As far as anybody now knows, this version of Polka Dot Man is Polka Dot Man. Like you have the freedom to do whatever you want. And what's cool is you can make his power awesome. His power is really cool in this movie. He's a cool character. You can't help but like him. I mean, all the characters are just great. And of course, my personal favorite character, if you watch this channel, you know, right there, she's represented as Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn is awesome in this movie. Yeah, she's fantastic. Like, you can't help but like her. And what I really like about this movie, where Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey just didn't really get there, is this movie really portrays how crazy she is. Because there's a lot of times where the lovable side and kind of a little down-to-earth side of Harley, it comes out to relate to people. And sometimes that gets portrayed too much. You gotta pull it back sometimes to show, hey, she's crazy. She's nutty. Like, you remember that. And this movie definitely does that. There's a scene in there where you're like, okay, yeah, you're crazy girl. One of my favorite scenes though in the movie is a fight sequence with Harley Quinn, and it's so good to watch. Birds of Prey did something similar, but I like it, I still do, but it didn't quite nail it, where this one got it. They knew exactly how to do it. And there's even something that happens in it, which they call Harley Vision, and it totally works. I loved it. it just makes the whole thing so much more fun to watch. So yeah, Harley Quinn is definitely fantastic in this movie. I loved her. I don't think that's a surprise. But overall, guys, this movie, it's just a lot of fun to watch. If you want to go have a good time at the movies, go watch The Suicide Squad. Or I guess it's streaming on HBO Max, which I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's just, I don't know. It takes away from the experience. I saw it in IMAX, guys, and it was so cool to see it on that kind of a screen. It was, whew, gotta say, it was really cool. Anyways, guys, that's the review. If you like this video, please go down and like it. If you have not yet already, please subscribe to the channel. And I'd love to know your thoughts. I know most of you may, if you're watching this, you probably haven't seen it yet, but I would love to know your thoughts after you've seen it. What do you think? I'm going to post another review regarding spoilers later, but I didn't want to do that before most people had gotten to see the movie. So I'll do that probably Saturday it'll be uploaded. Yeah, I think Saturday is a good day. So I'll go ahead and upload that Saturday, giving you my full review of The Suicide Squad. So stick around, guys. And as always, peace out.